What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to I Do It Myself. I'm Wayno. How are y'all feeling today? You know what I'm saying? The holiday is coming up. I hope y'all all good and safe with y'all loved ones. If not, y'all making it back home to y'all loved ones, being safe and sound. With that being said, you know what we got to do, though? You got to hit them likes, hit them subs, and hit that hype. And keep in mind that this episode and all the other episodes that I do are available on Spotify and Apple, wherever you watch podcasts at. With that being said, I got that question for y'all. Do y'all ever wonder, right, when y'all getting trolled, when somebody disrespecting you, saying shit, calling you out your name, talking tough, where those people reside? I mean, I think that it's natural that everybody that's ever going through that has had that one moment where they felt like that, right? Like somebody says something that might be a little bit personal. The internet is this place where anybody could hit you with a rock, right? And that depends if you find that shit personal or not. It's the internet. You could turn the shit off. But some people is really, really immersed in that shit. Some people feel like, the internet, being on social media, is just as a part of anything in their regular lives on a daily basis. You feel me? But what if we found out, what if we found out that all of those comments, or majority of the comments or conversation that happens either on X, in your comment sections on your pages, in the comment sections of your favorite YouTube channels, was all coming from a certain group of people? Well, let's enter X/Twittergate, right? Because Elon Musk, Elon Musk and Twitter, they put in a new update. And with this update, you able to see where accounts was originated in. Now, when you see where these accounts is originated in, you ask yourself, because every time you look at a tweet, something negative that was said to you, you feel me? Something disrespectful that's said to you, the person that gets up every day to violate you and say something, and you caring that much, you now can see where it originated at, right? And the first the first one that made big news was the Department of Home Security originating in Israel. That shit blew everybody for a loop. They was like, what? How is, oh shit, I just dropped one of my phones. But how is the Department of Home Security's Twitter originated in Israel? Makes a lot of sense, right? It makes a lot of sense. But then we get into, the hip hop sphere, right? We get into the hip hop sphere and we start talking about the people who created these conversations that have caused so much, not only discourse or dialogue, but so much, how could I say, division, right? So much division between certain groups of factions. Taking point, Kendrick Lamar and Drake. There was these certain specific, very, very specific pages on Twitter/X where they was talking crazy. They disrespecting people, and you was really led to believe that these people were black people. See, that's the funny thing about these pages. While a lot of them are bots, a lot of them are ran by actual people. And then, based on certain verbiage, based on like how they talk shit and all of that, they are basically cosplaying. Now, before we get to that though, I want to say this. And if any producers out there wants to work on some shit like this, let's do a catfish show where we confront trolls. Instead of confronting people who are, fucking people over, looking for love, let's do a show where we confront trolls. I would be the host of it. I promise you. I'll be a host. Just let me, pull up me and one of my homies. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to do that. Okay, now let's enter this shit, right? Let's get into it. So these tweets, they're specific tweets. One page in particular, Hip Hop Unison, right? Hip Hop Unison was a page that was saying, of course, talking disrespectful about Drake. You know what I mean? Disrespectful about Kendrick, right? Like everybody does. Tons of people talk crazy about Kendrick. Tons of people talk crazy about Drake every day. Tons of people talk crazy about me, but they don't lend their faces to names because they're pussies, right? And that's besides the point. But let's just get into this. The page responds to being asked, where are they from? See, if you from LA, if you from LA and you online and you talking that talk and you from a neighborhood, you gonna say, I'm from Inglewood, homie. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm from Harlem. There's a Harlem out there. Or I'm from Hoover. You know what I'm saying? And these are streets and places. You know what I mean? These are actual places. I'm from Piru. Piru is not only a gang, but it's a street. You know what I mean? I'm from or you might say I'm from Crenshaw and Slauson. You know what I mean? You might say that. This is how the person that runs this page responds. Yes, we are from LA. Yes, we are from LA. That could be true, but it's GNX and the persona he portrays since the beef that we question and find disingenuous. Last album was literally Mr. Morale Therapy. I've been around a lot of LA people. I've been around a lot of LA people that's from the hood, from the streets. And I've been around a lot of people from LA that's from the hood, but corporate is a motherfucker. LA people don't talk like that on Twitter. I just want to put that out there, right? Then to come find out, Hip Hop Unison, the account is based in where? Canada. So of course they talking shit about Drake cosplaying as an LA person, right? Now enter into this other page called High Powers, right? Dash TDE News, right? And it says, hold on, I gotta find the exact drink. All right, this is a tweet that they put up. Because this person who's running High Powers, they were upset. How you get mad for being exposed? That's one thing, I'm gonna keep it 100. I take extreme pride in. Like, nobody could diss me about where I'm from or where I ever live. I could take you to every elementary school I went to, every middle school, the high school I went to, alternative school. I could show you every mailbox. You can't diss me based on where I'm from because I would never lie about where I'm from. Like, I can't even understand the psychological problems that a person has that lies about where they resided or where they was born at. That just goes to show you a high level of insecurity. But this person who's running this page that we'll get to in a second, you know what I'm saying? They want to blame Elon Musk. And they want to be mad at Elon Musk for them being exposed. It says, since y'all looking for dirt on me, here it is. Started listening to hip hop in 2002 and Kendrick / TDE in 2012. Made this account in 2017/18, way before this beef shit. And for Elon Musk, F you ain't doing shit, but you just want that bloody engagement with revealing location. To the rest of y'all who still be following this account for discussion and news, we still will be posting. And I'm gonna tell you why that's funny in a second. Because guess where High Powers is from? Guess where High Powers is from? India. India. Yes, India. That would implicate that this person is Indian. Right? Listen, man, as black people, we are always in some sort of bullshit where media, because keep in mind, this is media, is social media, can control how we feel about things, how we react to things, right? And I'm pretty sure the CIA thought of this shit 50-something years ago, right? Before any of this stuff existed. But then this same person, right, now that they're outed, that they're from India, says, I just want to take the moment to apologize for saying the N-word multiple times before. There's no ifs or buts. It's straight up apology to anyone hurt, triggered, or offended by me using that word. Hip hop culture was a crucial part of my teen to adulthood, excuse me. It helped me a lot, both financially. Of course it helped you financially, you fucking vulture. And personality-wise. Of course it helped you out personality-wise because you thought you was a nigga, right? Making friends all over the world because of it was a blessing. Sharing music that I felt I liked with people all over the world was a privilege. I will always support it. I know these mad haters will twist my words right now. I know these haters will twist my words Right now, I'm talking to those people who are real. All right, bet. Once again, I'm sorry. Won't ever do it again. And if I see anyone doing it, it will try to, he meant to say it will try to educate them. I don't want to hear none of that shit. You know why I don't want to hear none of that shit and I got no fucking sympathy for you? Cause why, if you an Indian person, right? Y'all got Indian rappers. Like the nigga who, the Indian nigga that rap like Project Pat. Why you not chronicalizing or building his profile? See, this is the thing with hip hop. We always want to be welcoming to people because it came from the streets and we took it worldwide. So when somebody shows some sort of affinity or respect for what it is that we built, for what it is that we do, we want to say, oh man, they're cool because they like it. No, it's your job to like that shit. You want to know why? Because our shit is dope. Our shit is dope. See, you don't see black people mimicking Bollywood. You know what I'm saying? You don't see them doing that. Now, I also don't have a problem with people appreciating my culture, but at the point of you stirring up controversy between people, that probably was going to happen anyway, but you were using the word nigga. Now, put the word sand in front of that and we'll see how you feel. Because guess what? A racist, you know what a racist sees? They just see you as a different variation of us. So that's why they started using sand with that word. But see, you won't say that because you know saying sand and nigga is offensive to who? Yo people. You would never say that. You would never, ever in your life fix your mouth to say no shit like that. Then after this, you want to be posting the Indian flag. Fuck out of here, man. Yeah, like this can't be no, you know what I mean? This shit's so corny. Like y'all so corny for this. But let me tell you what some other corny shit happens, right? So shout out to my man Punch. Punch puts up a tweet that says, I do this for my culture to let them know what a nigga look like with a nigga in a roaster. You know what I mean? Lyrics from H to the Izzo Jay-Z. Academics retweets this and says, need a location of this tweet might be from TDE/PG Lane call center in India. So why you ain't say nothing about the nigga from Canada saying something? Act. Why you ain't say nothing about them? All right, cool. But then somebody replied, if you're going to do that, do this first. And they post Grandwizard, you know what I mean, his page or the Academics TV page, and the account is based in Australia. And I don't know if this is Grandwizard chat nigga or not, but his name is George Nguyen, which Nguyen, I know somebody that was Cambodian. He could pass for Cambodian. But there's a lot of disrespectful, and I ain't gonna front. I've been following Grandwizard for years because of the dark humor memes. But also that page was tied to a lot of bullshit with SZA, where, you know, it was said that, you know, they tried to put it on Drake that he was helping Grandwizard with the captions or some shit like that. It made, you know, SZA cry about something that they had said, because the Grandwizard chat nigga page is very, very like wild when it comes to commentary and shit that's said. Now, I'm just going to leave this here. Before I go anywhere, man, y'all know I got to go grab another one of these. This video is brought to you by Jordan Craig Denim. Y'all know by now that Jordan Craig Denim is a family-owned streetwear business out of Queens, New York that's been rocking for 30 plus years. One thing I like about what it is that they do, good old hoodies. See me, I keep things plain a lot of times, especially when I'm on the go, right? I'm usually on a plane or running to the gym or just running around on my daily, so these sweatsuits is perfect for me. I ain't gonna lie, I could just grab them and go. Nice subtle details on them. They got everything from jeans, activewear, fleece, jackets, accessories, anything you need. As always, the link to Jordan Craig is in my description. So the same way y'all supporting me, showing this channel love, I need that love going towards Jordan Craig. One thing you definitely got to keep in mind is that this Black Friday sale, using my code, you get 35% off. I'm going to say it again, 35% off. You cannot beat that. Make sure that you show Jordan Craig and them some love. So listen, I'm just going to say this. Hip hop is a very, very, very mixy place. And what I mean is culture-wise, right? we do certain things as far as, dance. And then once we leave it alone, somebody else picks it up. And then we see them do dance that was originated or created by black creators. And instead of us being on top of the business, I mean, you can't copyright movement, but instead of us being on top of business as far as like legislation, where we could really change rules, where we could, have a little bit more say so in the stuff that we create, we just like, yeah, man, go ahead, do it. Have fun. Until they make a big business out this shit and then they monetize it. Like this high powers person, as much as I am a TDE fan, I can't stand to see something like this. I can't, because when people are allowed to enter into spaces and do things that they shouldn't, they get too comfortable. They get way too comfortable. You know what I mean? We addressed that, some of that with the Rory situation. And I did have a take on that, right? But a lot of ways that were done is due to comfortability. And who provides that comfortability? Us, right? Until it ain't us, until it's us against them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everything is cool until somebody has to draw a definitive line in the sand regarding said person. And these people, right, who make up these pages and say shit, you know what I mean, to talk about us, to talk about our pain, to talk about our struggles and shit that they don't know, they never would know, never would feel. When they do that, they're safe, right? Like they don't have to deal with the remnants of whatever said shit they talking about. They could just chill, and when it's time for them to celebrate their holidays with their family, they're just cool or whatever. It's the same thing I feel like, what's the Asian chick, the streamer, you know what I mean? And she talks so, yeah, cause like, yeah, and all of that dumb shit. And every time I see it, I'll be like, you don't talk like that around your family. And then people try to say, oh, it's a New York accent. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. It brings me kind of to the woman who said, the Asian woman who she was talking about like gay white men. And she was like, why do gay white men act like black women? And then people say, well, what does a black woman act like? Don't act like, we know what the fuck a black woman act like. We know how black women speak. Do all of them speak the same? No, but we understand that there is a certain tone or mannerisms or certain ways that certain black women carry. And we see white gay men act like that. And then when they tried to call her out by saying she's homophobic, she was like, I'm a lesbian. The fuck is y'all talking about? So my whole thing is this. I think that people should stay in their fucking place before they get left in them. And while I'm not Superman trying to fight the internet or police the internet or nothing, and it's probably still going to happen, I hope that this is a message on some sort of level. You know what I mean? Because you can monetize, you know what I'm saying? You could definitely monetize our culture. You know what I mean? You could defame our culture. You could put our culture down, and you could lift it up when you feel fit, because you don't have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these songs, a lot of these things that happen, they come from certain places, and certain people get hurt behind a lot of the shit that y'all enjoy. And while, for some of us, a lot of us, we understand even the bullshit, it's just entertainment for y'all, as always, right? Hey, nigga, sing and dance. You know what I'm saying? Get in that field and buy my new product. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's always been that. And I'm just disgusted with it. I just wanted to vent a little bit. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about seeing shit like this, right? Does it matter that somebody from a different ethnic background is on a daily basis talking about shit that you know everything about because it is your culture? Or do you not give a damn? I mean, either way, we can't stop the internet. It's only going to get worse, but I just had to say my piece on it. This is I Do It Myself. For the ones that rock with me know how we do, and for the ones that don't, eventually you will. And I will catch y'all later. Peace. If you want to be the best rapper, you got to have the best bars. Just like Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. They gotten over $25 billion with more than 500,000 clients. And the results speak for themselves. A client in Pennsylvania got $29 million after being offered only $500,000. Another client in Florida got $20 million after being offered $0. Morgan & Morgan been fighting for the people for over 35 years. It's like hiring a legal army that's always going to ride for you. If you get injured by somebody else's negligence, then you deserve to be paid. Not all law firms is created equal. Hiring the wrong one could cost you. If you get injured, you could check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win.